It's Michael again. Yes, I'm here for another video. Right now we're going to start exercise 3. This is part 1. So let's start off by introducing our parts and pieces. We have a 0 to 10 dimming relay by Acuity nLight, and we have a sensor switch by Acuity nLight. All this is an nLight product. And then we have our instructions for both products, which we're going to need for the programming during our lab exercise. This is the NPP16D dimming module, or power pack, or relay, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be placed on the right side of this junction box, and then we're going to make our connections. For this exercise, we're going to be utilizing the 0 to 10 8-inch downlight, which is movable. Don't slide it off the shelf while you're working on it. We're going to make up all of our connections here. Our power is off. We're then going to connect the yellow Cat5 patch cable, which is a 6-footer, and that's going to come down to our wall switch. So our wall switch here is basically connected with the Cat5 connection here. Working with these wall switches, no matter what brand they are, and you have a Cat5 on the back of them, they're very challenging sometimes to get into boxes. And a lot of people have a tendency to bend them right at the end of the connector, and they basically they end up breaking the wires inside the connector, creating a short and at times blowing up equipment. So let's ensure that you're not going to bend on the connector. So what I do is I come to the top of the switch and I kind of bend that Cat5 a little, because it's going to want to hit the top of the box, and then I feed it into the box. And for this exercise, we're just going to basically drop it in there. And you saw how I pulled back on the Cat5. A lot of times you would have a loop inside, so it would actually slide on a little bit easier. Very important when you're using patch cables is that we use a circuit tester for our Cat5s. Every cable should be tested, and this goes to manufactured cables, because I've seen them come from the factory patch cables, 100-footers, 50-footers long, and they weren't tested, and they were just installed, and they end up shorting out the lighting control system. So make sure you always do a tester. Again, let's remember, we do not turn on power until we've been instructed to by the instructor. In this exercise, when you turn on the power, the light will come on, and then it will blink once. These controls take a little bit of while to auto calibrate and program, because there's a lot of communication. So when you initially turn on power, give it a minute. Don't be an electrician where you want to jump in and you turn it on and it starts working. We're lighting controls guys, so now we need to take a minute, take our time, and have a lot of patience, and let the controls communicate and calibrate. And once you do, then our controls will be working on, off, raise, lower. And that is going to be the extent of this exercise, and I'll see you at the next one. Thank you very much.